Vibe, vibe.
Everyone keep asking the same questions. Who is the big artist? Who is the better artist between Alkaline and Masicka? So for me, dancehall are the bigger thing. Is it? So everybody wants to know what the big artist in terms of impact, who can pull the bigger crowd, who can sell out more arenas, who can sell more records, who have the most hit song. So I need you in the comment section to tell me, as a fan of the dancehall culture, who is the better artist, who is the bigger artist. I'm just going to lay out a few points from my observation. And it's not about picking side. It's about just being fair, being honest, and just emphasize on what has happened in the dancehall space between these two artists for over about a decade now. So I'm your host Shinji, as usual. This is the Drink and Vibe podcast. And here in the Drink and Vibe podcast, we drink every single moment with a vibe. So we'll talk about who is a better artist and who is a bigger artist. And I'm gonna give more clarity towards it. Alright, when we say bigger artists, we're gonna talk about impact wise on the culture, and impact wise on the market also. So to me, I think Masicka entered the dancer space before Alkaline. And I think the two of them are basically the same age. Maybe 1 year older. I think Masicka maybe 1 year older than Alkaline. So probably about 32 or 1 or 33. So we know Masicka did in a dancer space for a while. Maybe about from 2013. Yeah, maybe 2012. Maybe that about that time period basically. So he keep knocking on the door enough for a long while, you know. And one thing I'm rate about him is the fact that he not take a shortcut in a dance hall. Not at all. For me still. He walk the straight road. When I say the straight road, I mean the only thing he do different in get a couple feature, couple co-sign by a couple big artists. But that's a typical thing for a dancehall artist or any artist who do music in general. So he never really use controversy for boss. But in strong point, lyrics. I'm all about lyrics. Clashing. That was his main thing from day one. You know, how was I look somebody for clash, how was I clash with somebody, or how was I throw shades, or how was I throw lyrics towards somebody, or ready for different in turf, or different in territory, different in camp, or whosoever him represent. While on the other hand, Alkaline, I think he used a lot of controversy, and controversy sell, whether for the negative or for the positive, but it worked for him. And you can't tell the artist of use. Is him for gain spotlight or for gain momentum or for gain fan base. That's just being creative from my perspective or from my view. So Masicka, they both before Alkaline. But what happens still? Alkaline walk past everybody and take the spotlight. Every young artist. You see me? He use a controversy, tattoo your eyeball, and all of them stuff there. Interview and twist up a lot of journalists. You see me? Whenever they ask them certain question, use psychology upon them, which was a very smart move. But I know the controversy alone him use. Him use lyrics, him use melody, study the game, and he maneuver every single obstacle. The difference between these two artists is that one strong point to me are lyrics, the other more creative. That's from my perspective. One of them more, I think, he more rooted with the hardcore 90s dancehall style and pattern. Simplicity, lot of clarity. That a Masicka. When I talk about Masicka have a lot of clarity. And him one of the artists who could have survived in the 90s era. Because him DJ and him flow. So Masicka for me have more clarity. But Alkaline have more melody. So if we have to talk about being creative and being a better artist in terms of how you construct songs and how you deliver songs and the type of songs where you deliver, for me, Alkaline in that department, because Alkaline take a lot of vocal risk. A lot of artists not brave enough to do that. To really go to them comfort zone. To do a song like even Move Mountain. Songs like that. Very creative. A song like 1, 2, 3. Very creative also. So and every artist can really could have capitalized on that vocal range like him. Him can sing. Not like certain singers, But as a DJ, him can sing. I will have to give him props to that. Very creative. So the impact when put on the culture was very, 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 very intense. Trust me. It shake up the whole place. And if I talk about its songs and moments, he was the young artist who dictated the pace of dancehall at one point. So we see him enter the dancehall space in about 2014 and him drop a lot of hit songs. Link up with Not Nice, drop a lot of hit songs. Link up with Andrew Blacks, lot of hit songs. So we can talk about numerous hit songs when do in that time period between 2014, 2015. Alright, one of the key factors when we use him drop an album as a young artist at about 22, him drop him debut album in 2016. Compared to Masicka drop him debut album about 2021. The difference, Alkaline debuted at #1. Remember debut album got #1 on the Billboard. That was New Level Unlocked, while Masicka 438 album was a #2 charted album. And I'm not comparing the two artists in terms of competition and the stating the facts. While Alkaline was dropping numerous hits in dancehall, Masicka was still knocking on the door. Still knocking, still having patience, still a whole lot, still a study the game, still a dropping songs. But the only difference is that Masicka was putting too much emphasis on clashing. That was the thing. So while Alkaline was dominating dancehall, Masicka was going back and forth with a lot of artists like Khalid or artists like Idona. You see me? So he was very, very direct when it comes to clashing, even with DeMarco. And next thing with Masicka now, Masicka get co-signed by Conscience, big artist. Can't take that from Conscience, Conscience is a big artist. And I think he was signed to Conscience. I don't think nothing progressive happened between that partnership. So, more to say how we get a score for that. And moving from that, him link up with Courtad, Vibes Cartel, farmer manager, and farmer colleagues, business partner also, who know the game, and he was very, very strategic with his plan and how to market artists. So that was a great move for Masicka, linking up with Courtad. Alright, we'll see. Masicka start drop some hit song in about 2016. In find a hit song where produced by DJ Sunshine. The hardball song. That was a humongous hit song. Well constructed, crazy punchline, lyrical content was 100% for me. But at the same time, Alkaline was also on the rhythm. And Alkaline had the biggest song on the rhythm at that time, which is Champion Boy. That was a universal song that even Olympic sprinter, gold medalist, Usain Bolt used that song as a theme song. The song was playing rapidly. So we can see the difference between it, the impact of the two artists and the same rhythm. And that's something that dancehall has been missing for a good while. We have some competitor or some artists who claims that them a rival. You see it. Them claims that them a rival, so we need them back on the same rhythm. So we can know who have a better song. So we see that happen with that rhythm that produced by DJ Sunshine. Alkaline dominate that rhythm with the Champion Boy. Cause that song was also the theme song for the Premier League. Yeah, the Registered Premier League. That was a theme song for that campaign also. So we see Alkaline drop him album. Masicka didn't have album in 2016. Masicka didn't have album in 2017. What happened also in 2017 was Alkaline dropped numerous of hit songs. Also debut in festival New Rules. That was the entrance for a changes in dancehall space for a 23-year-old youth. A drop a major festival and the local market. Move a lot of barriers with that. So as you can see, Alkaline lead when it comes to that impact so far. Album and a hit show, a hit festival. So most people stuck on the 2016 for Alkaline. I say Alkaline reaching peak in the 2016, which I don't think that's accurate because Alkaline dropped a crazy amount of hit song in 2017 and 2018 also. And we see Masicka shift the gear in 2019, shift it completely, consistently and drop a crazy amount of songs. Some of them songs are even my favorite songs. Changes on them songs there, you know, Darkest Time, you know, all them songs that drop in a consistent time period. And it worked for him. And him stay true to the game. Him do a lot of collabo, you see it, because at the time him do a collabo with one of the biggest artists in Jamaica. You know, the present king, according to the fans, Vibes Cartel, and him link up and do a crazy song, My Dogs Must Live. And I think that song was a counteraction for Alkaline after all. Because Alkaline have a line in the song say, me have a couple dogs way willing for dead for me. And them come back and say, My Dog Must Live. But up to the day that song how they perform, or they get that big impact or that big response from the crowd, while after all become a gigantic hit song, a historical hit song where I was like a playing a dance hall and get crazy forward. So we see 2018 Japan, two artists them drop a lot of hit song. But I think the culture was shifting at that time. Because if you can look on Alkaline track record, Alkaline are one of the artists them where get the most stream from audio. And I don't think people give him credit for that. A artist would just drop a audio, brave enough to drop a audio, and get over 10 million views or 16 million views or 20 million views. Lots of artists don't do that. So I see during the COVID time, in the 2019, 2020, the music game kind of changed in a way. And we see most artists go towards videos instead of audio. So while other artists are drop visual, Alkaline are drop audio. You might get the numbers the same way. That was a big change for the game, for the dancehall culture at the time. And we see Masicka capitalize on that. Numerous of videos consistently during the COVID period. And we see 2021, both artists drop albums. Both artists went number 2 on the Billboard chart. Alkaline with his top price and Masicka with 438. So tell me in the comment section what you think about the two artists. What you think have the better career from 2014 to about 2020? Who dominate most during that time period? Who gain the most fan base? Shift the culture during that time period? Let me know in the comment section. And we can go on to talk about what happened after those albums dropped.
Vibe.
Yes, so we see the album drop. The top prize album by Alkaline and 438 by Masicka. And just me. Two, when I say classic album, to me still. Don't know about you guys wanna think. But to me still a classic album then. And there are some great songs on it. The differences between these two albums still. Alkaline don't have no features on this album. Not one on the top prize album. And Masicka have few. I think Masicka have Popcorn on the album, Takes It Up, Steph London, and I think Sean Paul or Chronicler, I think. Yeah. Don't know if I'm wrong or right still, but correct me, just in case still. And these two albums went number 2 on the Billboard chart. You know, and them receive them plaque feet. So big up to them two album there. And next thing, still wanna know between you guys, which one of these artists I think are the better artists, are the bigger artists? Who you think can pull the most crowd? Let me know in the comment section. Remember no, drink and vibe no. Let me know when I drink also. Feel free, but drink responsible. This a kick still. At the calico. So honestly still to me still are two great artists still. Two legend in the making. If not legend already. And when they come to clash, I think them can manage themselves. Regardless of the adversary we have put up against them. I think them can manage themselves. But for me still, if I choose one of the two, to say the bigger artists, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not about picking side or being favoritism towards one. But if you look on it, the fact that Alkaline and Masicka basically start up at the same time are closely. And see what Alkaline do from 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, tap in 2018, same way, tap in 2019, same way with songs. And 2020, 2021, drop an album, bring new rules go, international, more than one country. Drop him third album, NTP, and to me the album now Creeper. The album not reach far now, just long term wise. And I think fans need to be more patient with the album there. So to me still, when I get Alkaline the props to say bigger artists. In terms of better to me still, two great artists. Two of them have two different style. You see me, what I respect about Masicka music is that Masicka music it more resonate with and more relatable towards the everyday lifestyle. And more you get the more 90s feelings. If you're a 90s dancehall fan, I think you will lean towards Masicka music wise, songs wise, clarity wise. But Alkaline take more risk when it comes to music to me. You know, he's more experimental. He's a man who will do some things with him vocals where it beyond the norm for a dancehall artist. You know, if you look at the songs when choose and the song selections them and deliver them, you have to give him credit. So even if I say a better artist, I think you can still say Alkaline a better artist. Same way. Based on him song selection, deliver him songs them and the type of songs them when do. Because him songs are not easy to do. I think Alkaline can deliver Masicka songs them with ease. Any one of Masicka songs them. Because Masicka stick to the normal dancehall format we used to. The original dancehall hardcore style. And if you go back in about 2014, 2013, them time there, I think Alkaline display that skill to be hardcore. On some hardcore rhythm, even on the desert rhythm when do not nice. You know. And it's a youth like this to me, you know, in more melodic too. In all about melody. So you can see the difference between two of them. And I think it's harder for Masicka to deliver songs like what Alkaline do. Based on him voice, based on him style. And I think Alkaline can deliver Masicka songs them. Don't get me wrong, you know. If you have a different view or a different thoughts towards what me I say still, you can say it in the comment section still. Me no mind. And we can have a debate about it. So if you look on song for songs, I think Alkaline songs them live on longer. Because Alkaline perform songs from 2014 right now. And the crowd sing along 2016 right now, 2017 right now, 2015 right now. I'm still a sing some of my old catalog. And I have a better girl catalog also. So that would give more points and stuff. If I compare the two artists them on a level there. Performance wise now, we're talking about performance wise. I think Alkaline, again, better performer. Based on song selection, he master the craft there. He learn a lot, and I think him study the game and study him mistakes them, and go back to him drawing board and him. Right now, if I can check it out, even the performance at the up to the line over here. Him have new songs from the new album and the release and him perform it on songs, and the audience are reciprocated easily. So that's our next plus sign for him. This, if I compare two of them. I watch a performance him do our new rules at Mountain Vernon. And trust me, he perform half an hour. It's and I'm mostly old school. It's songs. So I think him have a longer what gonna say? Him have a longer dominancy in the game more than Masicka. Because are the only artist that young artists are from after 2011 were in the media without being in the media physically. Him come like an algorithm. People talk about Alkaline from 2014 until this very day. So I think he's a more superstar right now. You know? So people always say, me always hear the argument say him reaching peak from 2016, which I think people stuck in 2016. I don't know if because he announced the thing about 2016, but people still have that resonating in their brain. But I think for me, 2017 was a better year for him, music-wise, because he dropped an album and then constantly get hits after that. People say him reaching peak. I disagree with that. And if you look on Masicka now, I think everything where Alkaline been through and get experience from, running the place, have a place a lot, have hit songs them constantly. I think everything where Alkaline gain already, Masicka just about to gain it or gain it right now. So more is Masicka reaching peak right now in 2026. I wouldn't say that. But the highlights, the hits them, the main man dancehall, if you look on it, you know, the two artists them basically the same age group. Start out basically at the same time. And if one go drop album from 2 years within the career and the other one go take 8 years to deliver album, you can see the big difference between two of them. Also, Masicka can reach a level where him own a festival. That is also a plus for Alkaline right there. If him own a festival, Masicka do have a festival. That locally. Alkaline did about 4 new rules locally, plus internationally. Sold out the Barclays arena. My mistake, arena. That was also a plus for him. I was still wait to see if Masicka really go push towards that level. So, in terms of bigger, Alkaline is a bigger artist. And that's a factual thing. Based on what he achieved so far in terms of the crowd when pulled for God Barclays as a solo act on the show. Also when do in the O2 Arena in England. Bring new rules to 3 different countries. That is a plus also. So if I compare 2 artists, I have to say right now, one already established the international festival that he is the headliner for that show, and basically the brand, he owned the brand, New Rules. So Masicka yet to fill that gap, and I think he will get there. Another plus sign for Alkaline between the 2 artists, them one independent, one signed to a major label. So if I say the numbers them increase gradually for Masicka, you have to understand some Masicka have an engine, which I'm not blaming for that. I better you have an engine where support you and I push you to that level where you need for reach. Because nothing wrong signed to a major label. We don't know the contract agreement that him and Def Jam have. But so far it has worked out for him. We see presently now Masicka release a video Cause Masicka find cheat code, you know. And a Masicka moment now, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know. A Masicka time right now, you know. Cause every artist are gonna get them fair share of the cake, you know. But a Masicka time right now, you know. So we see Masicka release a song named Bossy. And Alkaline have a single from him album also. We are getting a lot of attraction. The question is, I'm gonna put to the public now and to all my subscribers and all my viewers them right now. You think Bossy are gonna live on longer than Girl Good? Let me know in the comment section which one of these songs you think are gonna live on longer. Because for me still, this was a major accomplishment for Alkaline for his third album. He have a song for the ladies. And trust me, the song are gonna live on for a long while. Because the song will become a anthem. Just like we see him After All, where live on for about 10 years now after release, or maybe 9 years or 8 years after release, still I don't do the same impact. I think that's the girl song I gonna live on. So, and next thing to something tell you before now, I think I mentioned it earlier on, where we see one artist do more visual and always take a break, come back with a visual, while the other one and take a break and come back with the audio. What I like to see, Masicka release some audio and see that how we gonna get back. I want to see that what would be the result of that. How views would look if you release audio instead of visual. Because the difference between audio and visual, people gravitate towards a visual more because they want to see the details them in a video, the appearance of cameos them, and whatever the color of the video or whatever in the video will bring that attraction. So that easy for a man watch a video more and listen to a song on YouTube. So competing with a label artist, nothing wrong with that. It may seem unfair, but you have to get the one without the label credit more. Because if he can rock the numbers them independently, that be sure say yo, he probably will double what the artist with the label I do. Because if you go 1.6 million views in 2 weeks with a machine behind you, and the artist to have audio and they go 1.7 independently, then you can see the difference. But for me still, I'm not comparing the two artists them in terms of facts that me try to pick a side and say other one I'm a favorite, other one I'm a favorite, I'm gonna rate that one. I'm gonna rate the two artists them. Because two artists them have songs that me personally have as my favorite when I play it and repeat. So we just want to just clarify that topic and give a more give some more depth towards the fact that people constantly think that because a Masicka time now in the dancehall right now, in bigger and better than Alkaline. And for me, this is my personal opinion. You know. I think Alkaline is a big artist. I think Alkaline is a better artist. Based on the fact that he have more style, him more risky when it comes to music. Him can sing, but I don't like say I want to sing like Singer J or Da Vinci or Jackie or D Major or one of them bad singer there. But him can sing, him have a great vocal. And him know how to perform him songs them. Him also can DJ hardcore. And him independent as a one, him have a large fan base. You know. Him do it without co-signing. So that are also an advantage for Masicka have over him. So Masicka get co-signed from Vybz Kartel, which is one of the biggest artists in dancehall history and dancehall industry. Next thing, we see him get co-signed from Bounty Killer also, a giant. You see me, a foundation. And him do a lot of features. And I think the thing is about with features, when you do a feature with an artist who have a big fan base, their fan base also tap in with your music and give you that strength. So if him can collaborate with Leela and Masicka can collaborate with Leela and Chronicler on a song, those two artists fan base can also tap into Masicka song and push Masicka song and push Masicka project. Next up fan base likewise, Taurus Riley fan base likewise, and Buntikiller fan base likewise. The whole Gaza genocide at one point was a big plus. I don't think Alkaline had that. I don't think he received that. So to me, in building brand, you know, but two great artists. And the two artists I'm rate to the maximum. You know. Respect two artists, them journey, them performance, and what them represent. And I think if them two artists have really got it like on a record, trust me, it pause on a lot of other artists' career. They would have space because genocide against vendetta, trust me. And the things about what I respect about these two artists, them two young artists who are in them 30s, young artists. So you have to give them credit for really say yo them put them name on a pedestal and up there amongst the great, and I work towards being even greater than who did it before them. And them not bad shy when it comes to clash. But let me know in the comment section now. What do you think? Who you think are the better artists? Who you think are the big artists? Who you rep for? If you rep for Gaza, not Gaza, I mean, if you rep for Vendetta, let me know in the comment section. If you rep for genocide, one side to the landslide, let me know in the comment section. Tell me who's your favorite artist among the two. Who's the better artist among the two also. But don't watch what happen now in terms of the fact that Alkaline release an album now. Successfully. Put out the numbers them as people expected right now. But trust me, the album not gonna really live on because it has a lot of attention, a lot of attraction. And to me it's a hard, as I said before, and very risky. And very risky. So you have to give him credit for what him do so far, and what him constantly do. And trust me, him brave enough to try new things with the music, new ways of recording, new ways of delivering vocal, and that's a plus. And in the back for nobody. That's the one thing I'm rate about him. In the back for nobody, because we see it in a younger stage when it comes to clashing. And as I say, are two great artists, but for me, if I choose one of them to be the big artist or the better artist, but I say Alkaline have a better catalog than Masicka, and him perform better, and to me, him bigger. I don't know if because of the fact say him use psychology, but or because of the fact that him apply the 48 laws of power, or whatever. But trust me, in different man. You see it. So when I say him are the big artist, I think one is a celebrity, one is a superstar. But trust me, Masicka will get there. Yeah man, I tell that. Masicka I gotta get there. And one thing I rate about him, otherwise some things I'm gonna say, him taking time, put in the work, no shortcut, master him craft, deliver, and him deliver two solid album. Well, in my top 10 greatest album of all time. But I'm gonna choose one out of them to add to my collection still as the greatest album. So, Manala man, are two legend, two great artists. But for me, in terms of say one perform at a bigger stage independently, and two of them enter the dancer space basically at the same time period, and one outshine the other one constantly for years. So Masicka put in the work, reach a level, and you can't stop him right now. Nobody can stop him right now. Just like how nobody can stop Alkaline. So my days I sip something and I give thanks same way. Remember, drink and vibe. We drink responsible at all time, and here and drink and vibe, we drink every single moment with a vibe. We have a cup in a man, we have something in it. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm a cup still. But remember, share the video, like the video, subscribe if you're new to it, be a part of the family. And let's see where it go. Let me know in the comment section what you think are the better artists and the big artists between vendetta, and genocide. Stay blessed, stay safe, drink responsible, drink and vibe.
Vibe. Vibe. Vibe.